Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back with another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 bot AI cast. We have got MechaShark taking on DominionDog. MechaShark in the top left and DominionDog in the bottom right. I just got kind of caught off guard because MechaShark says, DominionDog, let's see if you can handle my unorthodox build order. So I'm a little curious of what we're going to get in this one today. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to go ahead and click that like button. If we can hit 2 likes on this video, that would be amazing. So if you like it and one other person, we can say, well, put it this way, I'll like it. And then if one other person likes it, we'll hit our goal. Subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed. And leave a comment down below saying more bots if you want to see more of these bot games. That goes a long way to helping with the YouTube algorithm. The most feared bot. Now we have got DominionDog scouting out with an SCV going up that ramp, but then it gets a door slammed in its face. So that's a little rude to MechaShark. Not a very welcoming place. Cool to see that MechaShark has that behavior though. Just wall it off, prevent scouting. This SCV will keep trying to get up there as it gets that command reissued to try and find its way. The depot's being lowered is kind of cool by MechaShark. Just up and down, and then that does mess with the pathing a little bit. We've got DominionDog though showing us the extent of its programming, saying scout denied, Terran early tank push. And I wonder if that's what DominionDog's going to be going for, or if that's what... Yeah, that must be what DominionDog's going for. There's no way that it could assume that that's what MechaShark is going to go based off the 0 information that it got. So we'll see what MechaShark is up to. For now, it is going to have to contend with a Reaper that's on the way out, as DominionDog is very good when it comes to its Reapers. It's very aggressive with them. We have got both bots just plugging away economically, although DominionDog somehow has managed to get a 3 SCV lead. So that is not great for MechaShark. MechaShark now having to contend with this Reaper does push it away for now. One of those Marines gets bruised a little bit. We've got double starports on the way for MechaShark. I saw that the blue Terran bot was floating a bit of money. I thought maybe it's going to build a command center, but no, double starport, because this is bot games where the rules don't matter. A siege tank is on the way for MechaShark, so it's going to have that great defensive tool out. DominionDog at the same time though is delaying its expansion a little bit, so we'll see which one of these bots expands first, or if it's just going to be like a one base wonder from both sides. There's one tech lab building now, second tech lab building. Is it going to be Banshees from MechaShark? It must be, as there's not much else you'd make out of starports with tech labs. I guess maybe Ravens, but I think we're past the days of one base Raven, I believe. Now that tank is going to siege on up. The Reaper has already gone down though, so nothing to worry about there. Double Banshees now on the way. We'll see how well MechaShark is going to control these, as there is big potential for harassment if DominionDog moves out, or if these Banshees get cloak, as that of course then requires detection, which isn't exactly plentiful when you're just a 1 command center Terran. I think that was probably one of the worst things when it came to the older versions of StarCraft 2, like Heart of the Swarm and Wings of Liberty. You expanded so slow as a Terran, so you didn't have many extra scans available, and so like if you missed a scan or something, your life was just terrible. Now, there is indeed cloak on the way for these Banshees. Both of these bots are just building off a 1 base. Very, very cautious from both of these bots. There's a little bit of long-distance mining starting for MechaShark. MechaShark saying, spectate my camera for this. Should we do that? Should we spectate MechaShark's camera? Okay, let's see what MechaShark has in store for us. It's kind of just clicking around on its main base. I'm not sure how common that, not sure how serious that was for MechaShark, as it's really just looking at its main base as it does its 1,000,000 clicks a minute, so I don't think we're going to look at that for too long. It is cool to see just the rapid clicking of these bots. The 2 Banshees, though, they are kind of countered by a Liberator's pitiful anti-air. There is cloak going to be done in a second here, and that's just going to give them potential for free reign. There's no Raven out, no scan energy for DominionDog, so that's going to be really problematic. One of these Banshees does find the mineral line, the other is still just hanging out, and then of course they can both cloak to be safe. This one cloaks as soon as the Marines get too close. We're seeing a lot of SCVs die for DominionDog. There's another command center on the way for the Red Terran, and it's still got quite a scary push moving across the map, but I mean, time really is on MechaShark's side. If it just kills all these SCVs, it's going to be really rough for DominionDog to come back, so we're going to need to see DominionDog potentially get some game-ending damage on the other side of the map to even this game up. There is at least that extra command center building, and I mean, it's a Terran bot, so it can always drop mules to potentially rebuild, but look at that, the main base has just been completely wiped out. There's literally one SCV, and that is the one building that command center. DominionDog is just going all in with this big push. 40 army supply to 30. There is a Raven with this army. That's going to reveal these Banshees, so they can't just clean up this main force. So it's actually going to be quite difficult for MechaShark to be able to clean this up. The Marines are stepping forward. An auto turret gets dropped down. They are just going to run on top of that siege tank. The Raven's presence is really big. Combat shield on the Marines is nice, meaning they don't just get two-shot by the Banshees, I believe. And yeah, I mean, the Marines are stepping up for DominionDog. There's not much left in the main base. However, the Marines really are just trickling forward by themselves. No support from that Raven, so they're actually not really dealing any damage to those Banshees. They actually elect to pull back and group up. That's important. The Liberator here can help out a lot as well. The Raven helping push those Banshees away. Are those Banshees in the main base still there? No, it looks like those Banshees must have actually gone home. I should have paid attention to that. They're probably some of the Banshees that are here. Somehow Hyperflight Rotors was researched in the middle of all this chaos. DominionDog is still trying to push on in. However, MechaShark has got itself a lot of SCVs still mining, so it's just playing for time. The Liberator can maybe get some work done. The tanks are getting cleaned on up, though, so it's really just whatever's in the sky now for DominionDog, and that Liberator isn't going to get too much done. The Banshees are doing their circle dance. Some SCVs are getting shot by this Liberator. Those, they path right on into that. We'll see if MechaShark keeps feeding the beast. And so far, that Liberator is getting some good damage done, as bots are doing just bot things. I guess they're trying to repair that starport, is my guess. And they just keep on dying as a result. There's no anti-air being made by MechaShark. Meanwhile, DominionDog is on its side of the map, slowly rebuilding some SCVs, just one mule at a time, it seems. There will be another mule ready to drop. There it goes. The problem is that natural command center never got turned into an orbital. That would have allowed DominionDog to recover much quicker. There's a lot of extra gas mining going on for MechaShark as it runs another unit into that Liberator. Not a lot of avoidance for those Liberator circles for the Blue Terran. The Banshees, however, have been repaired, so they're going to move across the map and potentially reset the worker count of DominionDog. There is a Banshee at the natural. It did actually kill, I think, an SCV or two. Now, the main base is still mining for DominionDog, though, so these Banshees are crossing the map. We'll see if the Raven and the Liberator are enough to keep them away. The Liberator actually went home for DominionDog, which is unfortunate, I guess, answering the call of Banshee threats, which I don't know if that was the right thing or not, because it was kind of killing all of MechaShark's SCVs. MechaShark is mainly mining gas at this point. For some reason, it's got 5 SCVs in a refinery. That seems like something that should be fairly easy to fix as a bot author, not to have a problem like that. Then again, it's a lot easier to say how you'd program something than to actually program it. But all I'm saying is MechaShark is actually not bringing in that many minerals. It does have an adjustment, though. So it does realize it's got so much gas and then actually swap some of those SCVs, so that's really cool programming. We've got armor plating on the way. I mean, Banshees are pretty soft units, so I don't think they'll say no to being a little tougher. I'm not sure it's the best thing to prioritize for MechaShark. We are seeing mules dropping as well on both sides. No orbital command on this base yet, and it is one base against 2. As these two bots really did just reset each other. Oh, the goofiness of these bot games. I'm always surprised when I click on them. Out of all the ways I thought this game would go, I didn't think it would be like this. Now, Banshees are out on the map. Their Hyperflight Rotors make them oh so fast. But they are seemingly hesitating a little bit as, yeah, they run into that Raven. They're like, I don't know. There's that Raven keeping them revealed. Marines are on the hunt for the Banshees, it looks like. Actually, I don't think that's the best play for the Marines, though. The Liberator can chase the Banshees away, so they're not really getting all the value they need. We're even seeing a turret go up at the natural form MechaShark. It may eventually get up in expansion. It's going to be dropping another mule sometime soon here as well. For some reason, though, that it puts too many SCVs in gas. Why? Yeah, I do wonder why that is. Anyway, more mules dropping. At least MechaShark is still mining. DominionDog has yet to make an orbital command out of this natural base, though. But it's still mining off of 2 bases, so definitely a bigger income for the Red Terran. The Banshees haven't got enough damage done. They're going home to be repaired. They will have that armor soon enough, but armor's only useful if the Banshees actually take engagements and get some work done. Another turret actually going up for MechaShark. That's interesting. Just building random turrets in the main base, building a second armory, because apparently that's what it needs. No expansion yet, though, for the Blue Terran. We have got DominionDog still just building up at its natural, getting an incredible count of Marines. Actually already up to 16 Marines once more, just trickling them out. They're not exactly killers with no Stimpack, no +1, no Medivac support. But, I mean, they're decent, and we'll see if they're enough to take care of these Banshees or not. MechaShark still has yet to get up in expansion. It's now making a Cyclone, so the first unit that's not a Banshee or a Raven in a while. And, okay, the Banshees are still flying around, but then a turret sends them packing. They do kind of try and avoid that, and then they're just like, maybe it's better just to go home. Yeah, home's the safe place. They do find a couple of these Marine zones, start harassing them. Although one of them goes down as that Raven reveals the Banshees. The Liberator gets a shot off on them as well. That's quite painful for MechaShark. The Blue Terran bot is long distance mining once more as it starts to mine out its main base. Not dropping an extra command center, whereas DominionDog is now getting up a third. So I wonder if it's probably just that MechaShark keeps building units, and it doesn't have the income to reach that 400 mineral threshold. That's actually quite a challenge as a bot author, I imagine. When games get scrappy, how do you program your bot to know when's the right time to expand? Do you try and count how many units or how many bases your opponent has, or what? But DominionDog is getting ready to surge up in its base count. Has that natural as an orbital, getting up a third and a fourth, and DominionDog is one of the fastest expanding bots in the game. MechaShark is moving out with its Banshees, but it's still really just putting itself behind by not building an expansion yet. We'll have to wait and see if that ever happens or not. Or maybe it'll just lift off the main base potentially if that ever does actually mine out. We're at least seeing good upgrades for the few units that MechaShark has, but I don't know if that's it. The Banshees, they shave off a couple of Marines. That's nice. A Thor is on the way. The command centers are growing. We're seeing MechaShark saying, planning on harassing with air units. That's Micro Machine strategy. I was about to say, that's something Micro Machine usually says, but no, MechaShark going to bat for his boy, I guess. Now, we are seeing the mineral bank build up a little bit for MechaShark. Then it starts up +2 arm, +2 attack. It's like, no, I don't need a command center. I'll just keep long distance mining. This is fine, as it is just about completely mined out in that main base. No minerals left. So we may never see MechaShark expand in this game. As DominionDog, like, you just leave it for in another minute, it's going to be at like 80 workers. And then it's just going to have, I don't know, so many command centers, so much production. And so while the game looked decent for a start for MechaShark, it seems almost unwinnable now. There's a Thor to counter the few Banshees. There is a siege tank on the way out for MechaShark, but even if it holds on, it's like, what's it defending? It's non-natural. Yeah, no expansion for MechaShark. It's now just long distance mining. I think DominionDog is probably going to take this with this push. We shall see. It's got an SCV on point now. MechaShark's like, right, I need to get an expansion. I gotta earn some money, as it's like 30 and still living at home. It's like, I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna do this. It's a little bit too late for the Blue Terran bot, though. Tanks are shelling away on some of the Marines, getting siege done up. The Thor is problematic, and it looks like MechaShark may barely hold on. 18 workers to 67. The blue Terran bot manages to survive, but any progress towards an expansion was wiped out, as now it's not even really mining. It's just flat broke, mate. And there we go, SCV's long distance mining once more. I think that's the main thing I'm cheering for at this point. Will we see MechaShark ever get an expansion in this game? DominionDog hits 5 bases up to 78 SCVs, potentially going to be getting out another base soon. I don't see MechaShark surviving the next wave. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this one and you're still watching, go ahead and click that like button. Leave a comment down below that says more bots, as we do have DominionDog moving across the map. 2 more Thors, Marines, Vikings. I mean, even if MechaShark somehow holds on, it's like, what's it surviving for? As it's, yeah, it just didn't macro, unfortunately, hard enough. But if you want to see a rematch between these 2 bots, let me know. This game definitely was crazy enough to maybe warrant that. We do have one of those Thors actually going down. Is MechaShark actually going to hold on a little longer? It is, and then it burns a scan. Energy that it definitely needed for an expansion. Just lift off your command center. Oh, but it never learned how to fly. As DominionDog is now just reaching high levels of production. 80 workers, tons of bases. It's not going to be too long before it builds another army and cleans this one out, I think. Will MechaShark get up an expansion? That's the main story here, though. It's building money. Oh, but then it makes another Raven. No, you don't need units. You need an expansion, MechaShark. But MechaShark can't hear us. Okay, is this gonna be is this it? Is this the final stand for MechaShark? There's the 2 tanks. They're actually unsieged at unfortunate times. Marines trying to get up the ramp. Everything is dead but the 2 tanks, and they're not actually sieging this time for some reason. I don't know why that is. The Marines have stim now, so they're able to storm the beaches. The 1 tank can't be repaired because there's no money. That is the... well, there's 2 Banshees just hanging out in the main base for some reason. They're going to come and be like, yeah, we can save the day, save the last 3 SCVs. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to support this content, consider becoming a YouTube member. You can press that join button to see the various perks. And yeah, I will see you in the next wacky bot game. MechaShark says, I see that. What do you see? Tell us, MechaShark. GG.